Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with it. We live. We here in charge, and I am the great. I'm just me, man. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I ain't got a fake wrestling there. I am the incredible luchador himself, the Mr. 205 plus some, the lightweight, cruiserweight, sometimes heavyweight champion, depending on what I'm eating. The guys are back, man. I'm sorry. We had to take a little hiatus. Life got in the way, but it is what it is. We back with the shits, all right? And if you can't tell by the props that are going on right now, it's a wrestling episode. Like, damn, all they do is talk about wrestling. No, it ain't. It ain't. This is like our second, maybe third show about wrestling. If you don't like it, keep tuning in and talk shit, but just keep tuning in, though. Like, don't get completely mad at us. Anyway, I'm C. Turner, Mr. Luchador himself. You know what I'm talking about? Don't let it fool you now. I'm slimming down a little bit. And my right-hand man on my left-hand side, but still my left-hand man on my right-hand side. Check this out. The Canadian crippler. The man of 1,000 holes. The five-time king of the ring. Mr. International Intercontinental Champion himself. He was the man who gave Razor Ramon the idea to throw the toothpick at you because he's that disrespectful. James, Big Game, Body Slam, Walton the Third. What's going on, baby?
Man, America, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be a British Bulldog running power slam of the episode, bro. I mean, it's not too often that we have these opportunities to do what we do, you know what I'm saying? But we talk wrestling, man. But he's got me hype here, man. I mean, I was over there watching I haven't even gotten a chance to finish NXT. But man, you know, I got through the first match, the Dusty Classic and everything. So I just want to know, man, what's on to me. You know, the next, you know, true member of the Hurt Business over there.
Hey, I'm trying.
What's on his mind and what he wants to talk about, America? Because let's be honest here. This is still brought to you by Screwball. But Chris, I promised the missus that I am going to abstain until St. Patrick's Day.
Hence why, because I know the promises that you made, I am also just drinking a healthier beverage right now.
So, America, let me know immediately. If I don't bring it, then I'm going to have to talk to the missus and we have to renegotiate. I'm doing everything I can. Shout out Screwball. I'm not drinking you.
But we still love you.
Love you. Hey, I got you here. You are still with us. You know, I'm looking at you and I'm just, every time I drink this water, I'm like, peanut butter goodness. So what's up, man? What's on your mind, man? What's got us out of our 2-week hibernation, man? We're gonna talk about here.
First and foremost, it's WrestleMania season, man. Like tis the season.
It is that
like
time. Shout out Edge.
It's WrestleMania season, baby. So it's only right that we bring up these wrestling topics, and the closer we get to WrestleMania, like it's gonna get real. So tonight, honestly, I was looking at YouTube and going through wrestling stuff like I always do. I also stopped by the What's Good America YouTube page, of course. Shameless plug. But I got to looking at a couple old wrestling events and everything. And of course, I check out Bret the Hitman Hart and the Shawn Michaels rivalry, the back and forth, all that, the screw job, the Canadian screw job and all that. Checked it out. All right. I went and checked out the behind the fame and all that type of stuff. What happened to these old wrestlers and everything else. And then I got to checking out pretty much like the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. And I started thinking, what was a better rivalry? Because we grew up through pretty much the highlight of wrestling. Like we caught the epitome of what wrestling is. And we caught it on both spectrums. So what I'm trying to get to is what was a better rivalry? And no disrespect to Shawn Michaels fans and Bret Hart fans and all that other stuff, because It's close, but it doesn't compare to these four men. Is The Rock versus Austin, or is it a better rivalry than Hogan and Flair?
So I had to think about this because it's an interesting dynamic when you talk about rivalries with these guys. Because when you talk about Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair at their apexes in the 80s,
Yeah.
you talk about two guys in two different companies,
Yep.
but basically touting themselves. And I think I want to clarify that for America. Chris Turner's not saying, them wrestling.
No.
What he's saying is their head to head and what Ric Flair was doing, NWA, and the WCW coming along there in the late 80s compared to Rock Austin. Ric Flair, there's not much you can say. I mean, obviously, I have said who I feel the greatest on the mic is. But the argument is very much the same for Ric Flair. There's nobody in the history of wrestling outside of The Undertaker that lived his wrestling persona like Ric Flair. Those two guys are there. Like, it's unreal. And Bret Hart's a close third when you're talking about these guys. And then I put Harley Race after that. Harley Race, he was a crazy SOB. RIP. I heard about Harley Race, man. I definitely would have been on Harley's side. I put it to you that. So we talking Ric Flair, the greatest heel
Ever.
of all time, and
Ever.
was just uncanny. Hulk Hogan, arguably the greatest babyface, greatest good guy known to man. We all, if you are 80s baby, at some point you either said your prayers or you ate vitamins. Like there's no way around that if you're an 80s baby or born in the late 70s. But man, I'm Rock Austin. It's just something different, man, to me. And I think it's the fact that, by the time we got to see Hogan and Flair go against each other,
right,
like 93, and I'm going to put some of that on Hogan. And because they had the shot, Flair had the title. They came over, and Hogan didn't want to do that program. So that's on Hogan.
Oh.
You can go read the stories. Knowing Hulk Hogan, because he had that creative control, Hulk Hogan was like, nah, put it on somebody else. Like, what is Ric Flair going to do, to enhance me? I mean, there's a lot of ego. Then there has to be. So, for me, it's Rock Austin. And I think it's as clear as day to look at their 3 WrestleManias because you got to see it in such a crazy, the way it ended up working itself out. First WrestleMania, Rock heel is all-time great to me too. Especially that version of it. I think 03 gets slept on. That's really, really a lot of his best work, 03. But that 98, when he became the corporate champ, and those promos he was cutting on Austin and Mankind, that dude had I mean, of course, he was already getting over babyface, but he was impressive. So you got that with Austin, who's the hottest thing maybe in the history of the business at that point.
Yeah.
And then you get to WrestleMania 17, and I would pose this to you. And the fact that they did that in the in the Superdome, in the Astrodome 17 when they faced each other when The Rock was champ. Well, actually, The Rock was a champ for both WrestleMania. Let me ask you this, Chris. Which babyface matchup do you think had more split reaction? Rock Austin WrestleMania 17 or Hogan Warrior WrestleMania 6? Skydome.
And I don't mean for this to come out as fast as it does, but Hogan Warrior. Because, you got to think. It was to say your prayers and eat your vitamins, and there was the 22-inch pythons and all that, and it was the ripping of the shirt. But at the same time, the other half of the arena, face painted, the Warrior sign all over the face and everything, the bright colors, like the rubber bands tied around your arm, and shaking the ropes and all that other nonsense. Like, it was legit split in half because, like, don't get me wrong, and I mean no disrespect, and I'm not disrespecting the dead at all, but the Warrior couldn't cut a promo for shit. I was the Ultimate Warrior's promos were terrible, but his presence made up for it. And like just the whole, they had the same gimmick in the ring. Like if you ever really paid attention to it, like Hogan and the Warrior's gimmick was pretty damn close. Like it was a bunch of power moves, and then regardless of, so if you're hitting Hogan and it's time for him to turn the match around, it's like he gets to shaking around and everything else. The same thing with Warrior. You get to beat no Warrior, then it's time for him to switch it. Then he gets to put his arms back and his chest all big and everything. Like, so it was legit the same guy, just one had hair, one didn't. So for me, I'm gonna have to say it was Warrior Hogan. That was the bigger babyface match, like by far.
So I mean, that to me is, I think, really kind of what we're putting that at, because obviously WrestleMania 6 to that generation means a lot, and it means a lot to us because I mean, obviously we all went with the Warrior. You know, when you're a young kid, you just go with, you know, you don't really know, you know, that I can root for bad guys. Like it just wasn't. You know, you're just like, well, okay, that this is the guy now. You know what I mean? And we knew he was.
Yep.
We were watching, you know, so he was something to watch, that type of energy.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to the Warrior, man. But I think it. You go back and watch. I've watched both of them recently. Like 17, I have to go watch when I really just like I want to be invested in it. You know, like let me sit. Probably one of those Callie's like knocked out for real or out of town. Like I want to turn the volume up on it and hear The Rock, you know, who's just this over. But of course they have this thing in the Astrodome where he was going to get booed because it's Austin in Texas and Austin's back and, you know, the neck and everything, like, you know. So I think, to me, man, I have to say, I got to say Rock Austin, because I remember what I felt when Vince gave Austin that chair. I was like, that happened. And that was a weird time for everybody, man. I mean, all of our fans know, like, you know, Steve has talked about it and said, if I had to do a do-over, I would have had him raise my hand and then I would have stunned him.
Yeah. So
it's still like, and he still could have did heelish things, but it would have been more closer to what because his heel persona, man, like he really never was booed. I think that's the biggest misconception about Steve Austin. Like even when he went from Ringmaster to Stone Cold, as soon as he cut that promo on Jake Roberts, he was never a heel again. Like he just was not a heel.
He was just over. Like he was so far over that it was ridiculous. I remember mind you, I am still a Jake the Snake Roberts fan because his DDT is still the best.
Oh yeah.
But when he cut the promo, telling this man about his Bibles and everything else, I remember sitting in Jacksonville, Florida, at 3211 Phyllis Street. That's in the hood. And I remember sitting in the living room because I had to beg my mom to order the pay-per-view. First of all, sitting there. And like he cut that promo, and I said nothing for like 10 minutes because I was just like, "Who? Like the nerve of this cat! Like that's Jake the Snake."
Yeah, Jake was our guy, man. And wait, can we talk about that real quick? Could you imagine if we would have had the WWE network when we were kids?
Oh God.
Hey,
I wish. I could only wish.
what? Let me tell you something. Young Americans watching the show, y'all are lucky y'all got all these subscriptions. Like, you know, I had to watch most of mine. I had to wait till they came out at Blockbuster Video and go back and watch them joints months after.
That's a fact because it came out 90 days later on VHS.
You know, I had to go over to somebody's house, you know, in the west suburbs that was rich and like wrestling. It wasn't no pay-per-view order in my house. You look. Hey Ma, can we get this for $49.99?
$49. Oh God.
Bro, if you'd have told me at that age that I could have had every pay-per-view for $9.99 a month, soon to be $4.99 as soon as they switch over. Did you saw that, right? Like,
I did not.
Well, I guess I'm doing Vince McMahon a public service announcement. So, Vince, man, come to your boys, man. We could do a show like The Bump.
Gladly.
I would love to be on The Bump. Pay me. Vince, pay us. We just looking for something just to beat our house all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Look, we can do The Bump too. We can do The Cul-de-sac. Hey, we could do Hood Rich.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever. Vince, please hire us. Hire us. But no, like, you know for a fact, I wouldn't have been eating lunch for 2 weeks straight just to have whatever it took to make sure I had that $9.99. Like, something got to give. I need my St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Oh my God.
Pay-per-view to watch Rock and Mankind, man. You know, like I you know what I'm saying? I need Vengeance 2000. You know what I'm saying? I need Insurrection 2000. Bro, like the struggle is real. When you like that's the thing about it. Like I even told Cal, I said, listen, babe, I'll let you know right now. I might as well just Venmo you. Because when that Coming to America 2 come out, I'm gonna need to pay that $30. I'm not gonna sit there and wait for that. I'm not gonna be the last black person.
No.
To watch Coming to America 2. That's not happening. I need to be when that come out. Just look for me. I'm gonna have $30 cash in my hand. Like that movie will be watched.
That's for the culture. If nothing else is like that's.
And that's how I feel about when you say, man, watching pay-per-view. The fact you got your mom to get the pay-per-view.
Do you know the hell I had to go through to get Sharon Turner to?
Hey, Miss Sharon is dope for that because Sarah was like, nah, bitch, I'm cool. You know.
Yo, I remember because it was $49.99 to $49.95 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I remember, all right, sorry. I know I can't ask a day of. I had a plan. Like, I just remember watching all like the Raws, the SmackDowns, the Saturday Night Live, the main events, and all that other nonsense. All right, so okay. I'm going to ask her a month in advance. I'm going to make sure I don't miss no school. I'm going to go to bed on time. When she come home, she going to have to ask me to clean up. Like, when she get done cooking dinner, I'm just going to volunteer to take the trash out and clean everything up. Like, I had a plan. So this way, like, hey, Mom, I've been doing pretty well here for like the last blah, blah, blah. Can you order so-and-so? Now, here's the thing about it. I was prepared for the no because Sharon Turner's favorite response was, well, you should have been doing that anyway. Why I got to pay you to do what you're supposed to do? You got me. I don't know. But I had a plan set in stone. It worked. And I was able to watch it. And like, it just, when he cut the promo, I lost it. And like, my mom was like, who is that? It's the ringmaster. I don't know who that is. That guy's wild. So yeah, it's as far as to get back on top as far as a rivalry, like I guess because like it happened so late. It happened 7 to 10 years later than what it should have. Like the actual rivalry. I am going to go with like The Rock and Austin because what they did as far as for wrestling, like they made it the entertainment business at that time. because when Hogan and Flair, like it was still more technique, it was still more wrestling. But when The Rock and Austin finally kind of like took over and cemented,
what technique was Hulk Hogan using in any match Hulk Hogan was ever in?
as far as like the body slam, Hogan had the body. He had a nice body slam.
And on top of that, this is no disrespect to Ric Flair, but I have seen Flair talk about his moveset. Let's be honest. The four guys we talking about, it's a combined like 22 to 24 moveset.
That's a lot, and I was not about to go that high. Like that's generous.
I could watch this. I'm going to name each wrestler's moveset. I'm going to start with Ric Flair. The chop.
Yeah.
Knife edge. The knee chop block.
You count that?
That's his moveset.
Oh God. Okay.
Let's see. The flip that he invented over the turnbuckle to run the ropes.
Yeah.
The Ric Flair knee drop.
Oh God.
The knee drop he would do, where he would, like that pace of it. That's Ric Flair. And then
the figure four.
Hulk Hogan, running clothesline.
Nah, I don't give him that one. Don't give him that one.
This is Hogan. I'm serious. Hogan's moveset. Running clothesline where he would throw you into the ropes, bounce off the rope, clothesline.
Yeah.
Leg drop.
The big boot.
And the big boot. We got 9 moves so far. Austin. Luthez press. Let's see. He had an elbow from the top rope.
He did.
The thing about Steve, like Steve was a different wrestler before that neck injury. So I don't want to shit on Steve too much with his moveset. You know what I mean? Because you talking about 2 different wrestlers.
Right.
And because he was so over, he was able to get a lot of it over. But Luthez press, he had a spine buster.
Yep.
Suplex. At the Luthez press, that elbow.
Terrible.
And you know what? I'm just going to shout out his old finisher, the stun gun, when he was in WCW, when he was stunning Steve Austin.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give him that because I saw him use that in WWE. Sharpshooter.
I've seen he
used
using
the sharpshooter here or there. And then he superplex. He's superplexed. Oh, we're gonna get past 24.
Okay.
Stunner.
Right.
Dwayne Johnson. Spine buster. Shoulder breaker.
Yeah.
DDT.
He did have a nice DDT.
Spine buster.
You already counted. You already said it.
Did I already say spine buster? My bad.
You already said it. Arm bar.
Rock sharpshooter.
Oh God.
The catapult into the turnbuckle.
Oh
God. He had a tilt-a-whirl slam that he would use.
He had that when he was Rocky Maivia, though, didn't he?
Yeah, and I saw him use it in some Raw matches, things like that.
Okay.
He also had I had 2 versions of it. He had the kip over DDT too. Like he had the one where the boot DDT, but then he had the kip over that he would do. Russian leg sweep. Rock bottom. People's elbow. So that's 33 moves between 4 wrestlers.
It's not good. It's
And 20 of it belongs to Austin and Rock. That's all I'm saying. And Hogan, and that's the thing though, like, and that's what, and I remember Rock and Austin talking about that. They would crack up, like they love the new guys and the amount of offense that all these guys have. You know,
yeah,
like, man, these guys are phenomenal. And they would just joke with each other, like, "What? Hey, Steve!" Like Steve was like, "Yeah, I had 5 moves." Rock's like, "Yeah, I think I had like 6." And they told stories. Like Flair could tell a story with a chop for 15 minutes and have you involved. Hogan was the same way, you know. But you know, heel Hogan, you know, it was fun to watch heel Hogan. But
heel Hogan was amazing because heel Hogan kind of came when we were kind of like we were in that development stage where we were angsty teenagers at that time. So it was good to see like your role model kind of grow up with you and kind of turn heel pretty much. So that's another reason why heel Hogan really got over, because his fans at this time now are like in that 15 to 18 range, 14. And like
you're rocking heel Hogan's beard right now.
I feel like I am too. Yeah,
it looks good, man. It looks real good, man.
I appreciate it.
Get your NWO belt and everything, man.
But yeah, like heel Hogan like got over with us so much because it was good to see he wasn't the goody two shoes, rip your t-shirt guy anymore. Like he had the black beard and hanging with the 2 young guys from the clique, and like it was like it did it. And like his pop when he came out as like the 3rd member of the NWO is still top 5 pop of all time because nobody saw this coming.
He had great heat, man. So I mean, that's just where I'm at, man. Like I just wish they could have made some money together in the 80s. And I think that's both their fault. Like Flair should have came over
a long time ago.
Talking about it. Flair should have came over mid-80s.
Yeah.
And, and I think that would have been that great time, after he beat Savage, it would have been time for like Ric Flair, like dirty tactics, that would have been awesome. For the record, I am still, I get it, but I'm still a little bit upset Hogan kicked out of that elbow drop the way he did, man.
It's Hogan, dude. Like you got to realize, like Hogan at that time was like the super diva of everything, because with Andre being gone, like it's Hogan's show. Like it's Hogan or nothing else.
Those are some of the great, like, dude, his pops from like 86 to 90 with that don't man, people used to go. Shout out Hulk Hogan, man. Like, dude, listen, man. Like, all things aside, we're in a weird era right now where I want to talk about it. A news cycle is come and gone because we didn't seen some things recently happen. We got a lot of RIP. Like, there's a lot of interesting stuff happening in the world right now, in addition to the normal hell that we've all been going through via blizzards and senators going to Cancun. All
right, bitch, I'm out. Yo, hold on. I know we don't do politics. I know we don't.
Hey, man.
But
wow.
When your elected official is like, you know what? Man, I ain't got time for this shit, bro. Like,
he hit Texas with the Chappelle. He's like, oh, my power went out? Nah, bitch, I'm cool. I'm going to Cancun.
Yo,
wait a minute. How did he get an airplane off the ground with as cold as it is? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So,
what type of money is Ted Cruz making? Ted Cruz, can I get $5? You want to sponsor this podcast? I'm just playing.
The fact that, like, did you hear his excuse though? Have you heard his excuse?
Look, man, this is not fault. I had to say something, man. We missed some news cycles, so I'm just. Listen,
this man just said, "Hey, I was trying to be a great dad and take my daughters on vacation." What?
Hey, he threw his daughters on the day.
Oh, he threw him smooth under the bus.
Threw his daughters on.
Smooth under the bus. And ran over him.
So what you saying is, are you saying Ted Cruz is gonna be the president in the next 8 years? The way he just shitting on his family, like?
Bruh, he might have to. Like that's a ballsy move. Like that.
Hey, I was just trying to be a good guy. I didn't breathe.
I was just trying to be a good. Bruh, you know how much
Hey, it's wild, dude. But I'm just trying to say, like, when I say shout out to Hulk Hogan, I'm talking about the pops. Like,
oh
you gotta
God,
be careful who you big up and around here. I'm gonna get to it towards the end of this show, but I'm saying, dude, like those pops just always feel good. So I ain't talking about Hulk Hogan the man. I'm talking about Hulk
no. Right.
1986 to 1990. Okay, America. I just want to make sure that's clear. Because I'm telling you right now, don't cancel me before I get any money. Let me get some money first and then cancel.
Yeah, that's fact.
That's what I mean by that. I get it. Hulk Hogan has had some issues with the N-word. So
several. He's been called the N-word as well.
Yes. Booker T had us, you know what I'm saying? Booker T warned him.
It's all right.
Hey, now we got to stick Bobby Lashley and MVP and Hurt Business on him now.
Oh my God.
Hey, do you know what type of that's a storyline I would have wrote. You want to get Bobby Lashley really over and give him finally a chance to be the heel champion he deserves to be at this point?
How?
Have the Hurt Business beat the shit out of Hulk Hogan. Because listen, hold up, because Kofi E and X, they'd be like, yeah.
Oh God.
That population of fans would be like, good.
Perfect. It's about time.
Like, oh my God. Bobby Lashley, what is he doing? Why is he holding Hogan in a suplex that long?
Man,
They need to listen. Okay. This is off topic from the topic. They need to go like Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre sounds like a great WrestleMania match to me.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know
is.
if it can make any money because of Bobby Lashley, but MVP is a mouthpiece.
Exactly.
I think it's perfect. You put that title on them, and then Bobby's got both titles, and then they could do some DX stuff with that US title.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on Shelton, or put it on Cedric, or hell, put it on MVP. Like that's MVP.
Exactly.
Is that belt? You know what I'm saying? And now they've got all the belts. Like, and I watched the Raw recently. Matt Riddle. I'm a fan of Matt Riddle's.
So am I. I'm
a big fan of Matt Riddle's.
Bro, I love that dude.
I'm a big fan of his, man. And the way he let Bobby Lashley beat up on him said a lot about Matt Riddle and his maturity. Yeah. Because that was really good. That where Bobby just basically got himself disqualified and just called him. So shout out Matt Riddle for that performance. Like when Bobby's looking at MVP and just I was like, dude, Bobby might snap. He might be like, I'm done with Hurt Business. I am the Hurt Business. I'm Bobby. So that's me. I say put the belt on Lashley.
I'm with it, dude. I'm with it. I think
McIntyre needs somebody to go get.
With Brock gone, don't get me wrong, I love Edge being there, but I don't want to see Edge with a decent title run. Like if he wins it, I want it to be short lived. But it's by far time that's like you let Bobby run with it and just like let him run with it as the Hurt Business.
Like the backstory with all that, Chris, is they're trying to find a way. Orton's going to be the one that breaks this record. You know that, right?
I figured as much.
It's going to be Orton. Orton's going to be the 17-time champion. The best way, that's why they gave him that quick title run to bump him up. I think he's like a 14-time champion now. 13 or 14 times.
It's 14 to 15, I think.
Like I think he just does Triple H 14 times. And then Triple H said, that's it. Like Triple H never had any intention, I think, of going.
No.
I think he put the belt on himself just to, they were just trying to get Roman over so bad, as much as they could. But I'm over here looking right now to see how many times he's held this belt. But yeah, so he's got 14. So, and they know Orton's probably got about 5 years left.
Yeah.
The best way to put the belt on Orton is for Edge to have a belt.
Yeah.
Get a trilogy, which means if Edge does go over, and I don't know, has he made a choice yet?
I didn't, as of yet, I don't think he has yet.
And I'm sorry, I get, why won't Owens, they put the belt on. Like Owens, that Royal Rumble match was phenomenal. That's when you put the belt on him.
Yeah.
And let him carry it for those 60, 70 days. That's what they used to do with The Rock.
Yep.
And then The Rock would give it up to whoever was the guy you wanted. Like, that's what happened to The Rock. Rock would always carry that belt. And then we need Austin to carry us into the summer, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do. Owens is that guy. And I felt like if Roman was going to lose, like it's a way for him to snap and do more heelish stuff and punish Jay, kind of get at Heyman a little bit, kind of really get pissed off, and then it just comes to this masterful plan like, like some typical Heyman heel shit.
Right.
We knew what we were doing the whole time. We were just trying to psych you out to let you think that Roman wanted to do this himself, and he was going back to the old Roman. And maybe he puts on one of those Roman Reigns tank tops again, you know what I'm saying? And he starts doing the all that. Is he still coming out to that song too? I don't even know.
I don't even know, dude. I'm just so in love with the fact that he was with Paul Heyman. Like, I don't even care.
So that's me. They're trying to get Orton to 17. And the best way to get Orton to 17
is Edge.
Is to beat Edge. So if Edge wins a title, Edge is going to lose that title to Orton at some point. And shout out to Edge he's working every week.
He is.
So, I mean, he out here looking like an in-shape Mickey Rourke right now from wrestling. Like, that's all he like. He looked like he's going to die in the ring.
I mean, it's the fact he's showing up on everything. So he's been on Raw, he's been on NXT, he's been on SmackDown. So, like, he's showing up. So I appreciate that much as a fan. Definitely appreciate it.
Yep. So, of course, I took us off topic, America, but that's what happens when I'm sober. What can you do? But
well, yo, let's bring this one to an end, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's been a minute since you've seen this. We back at it. Life happens, man. So everything kind of gets in the way, but it's still life, and this is a part of it. So we're gonna do what we do, and we does what we do, how we do it.
So,
as always, man. First of all, make sure that you follow us on IG. What's Good America. Make sure you tune in to the YouTube page, subscribe, What's Good America. There's the Facebook page of What's Good America. There's the new streaming service that we're going to debut here soon.
Yeah.
Called Stereo. Working the bugs out and everything. We're going to have that out for you too.
America, that's going to be big. We gonna need y'all for that because there's a number. We get to a certain number, we can start doing it. I mean, I tried to put my microphone together. It didn't even work. I mean, that's where we're at right now. Like, I don't quite have, I need more stuff. So in order to do more stuff, you got to be verified. So we'll explain that more next episode because my fiance bought me this dope-ass microphone, but I just don't have the equipment to work it. And that's on me. She's like, I can only do so much for your broke ass. Like, you got to do the rest. And it is your damn show. Like, damn, it took you this long to even get a microphone, dummy. So, I'm marrying her. It's all good. I love her. She's right. But we're coming back to you, America. And the question that we always got to ask you after that is the question we ask you every time. And it's simply,
what's good, America? Jesus Christ.
We'll be right back.